Let's get this show on the road. Where were we up to? I have to sell that. I don't really need to sell, I just need to break them down. That's better. I suppose I cannot. No. Oh, was there a vending machine somewhere? Well, maybe not because they're iconists, so they probably don't have space for me to sell this shit. It's over at their pub. No. I'm supposed to be in here. Probably no. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think they'd have anything. No, they don't. Okay, what quest was on? I was on Journal, Errors Unseen, Return to Sanja. Okay. Can I? No, I have to, oh, yeah, no, I can. Region. Yep, there we go.
Max, you're always going on about Destiny. What did your mother do?
Be careful with your new friends in Amber Heights. They're not the most reliable types. Anyway, what can I do for you? Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I've finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the Reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge? I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
Sounds orderly. That's a good start.
Indeed, everything starts with good documentation.
The workings of the universe take time to prevail. But sometimes you can reach the intended destination faster if you apply a little force.
Never fear, I plan on wording our forms very strongly. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course. I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Cool. So we're doing everything peacefully, I assume? What am I doing up here again? Because is this on now? Oh, okay. Whatever that was about. Okay, we have to go downstairs. Maybe not.
You seen Arthur today?
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold digging on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Collapse.
Okay,
His team running that
going this way.
Always imagined Falbert would be.
Oh, sorry. Realized there was something else. Huh. I have no idea about this area.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy. Yes, that's about the long and short of it. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better. Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there. It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway. Are you free to talk? I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm. You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness. Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward. Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Okay.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Yeah, you always say that, and it's never heated.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss. I want to talk to you.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know? That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I know we've got bigger problems to worry about right now. Maybe we could swing by sometime?
Light machine gun, what do I have? Heavy, yeah, looks alright, and plasma. Okay.
Here we go!
Everyone all right?
Safe. Ruby out. Yep. I didn't really need that, to be honest. What? It's a area? What the heck?
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared. Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
I don't know, Captain. Is this safe? I don't think this is safe. I don't want to leave you all on your lonesome. I'll just... Oh, fine, I'll do it.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Okay.
are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
Y'all see these stars I'm seeing? Gosh, they're pretty. Like shimmers in the sea.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
I hope you'll pardon my interruption, but I think it's because he's unhappy with himself.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan. It filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
Stories are real. If they mean something, if they inspire you to kindness or action, but maybe Max's story about himself is all wrong, and that's why he's so unhappy.
If you insist, you must give up your fantasy of control and embrace the chaos of life. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants, more assuredly than even the fictional architect's planners slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me? I don't know what to say. Thank you, Captain, but I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better
person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you. The contented you. Me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation. Because it will set us free. Won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
It's okay, Mr. Vicker. We're here, watching over you. You just ride this out, right?
Your individual self is what's not real. It is simply a concept. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves? I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are. I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, huh?
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
Ah.
How right you are. Words are overrated.
So intelligence was down, but where the fuck is intelligence? thought it would be in here. I really don't get this at all. Before we do that, I want to explore down here.
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Other functions include dialogue, limited current active commands, excavation. That is all? Negative. The presence or absence of human operators does not impact this unit's assigned directive. This unit achieves perfection by fulfilling its directive.
There's something right soothing about having a job and doing it proper. If you want to keep working, little guy, I say you do it.
Dedication is a virtue. Let's leave the automech to it.
This unit has now exhausted its available library of opinions about excavation. This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals, metals, and other forms of matter designated valuable. Brevity identified. Affirmative. This unit could discuss excavation at greater length, but does not wish to strain its daily charge. Thank you for your consumer loyalty, Junior Excavator. This unit will store this exchange in its memory banks, always.
Huh, okay. The weirdest thing I've seen. Hoping there'd be more. Oh, there's something to loot. All this stuff and nothing to loot. Oh, how nice is that? Cool. bloody bastard. And he's dead. Nothing from these bodies. What? Really ain't nothing around here. No dead bodies. Let's roast these people. Absolutely blown to bits. guess I can just break that stuff all down. Yeah, no from you. Some stuff.
Incoming!
Oh, here they come. Ha! Full sprats. Nothing here. Okay. Maybe you have been here. Okay, where are we up to next?
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Sure.
You think you don't hear it? You don't feel it. I know better. Something busted, Captain?
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years.
Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Sure. I assume it's this way, and that's not. Where am I really going? I'm really going over here. Hang on. Oh, for heaven's sakes. This keeps... I'm not looking at these quests correctly. I can drop in this location. Oh, right.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
Is that better? Holy shit, that's a pretty good piece of armor. Cool.
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going? Hey, nice form. Good delivery, too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
That's what they'll say. I suppose we can't go in that way. Definitely cannot go in that way.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Don't know. That helps. I assume I'm just going to break down all this other stuff. Level 8, no. Not really good for melee weapons anymore.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the Groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
Felix will always have a place in this crew. He's family to us now.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative.
What?
I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy. That one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Fuck. Gee, this game doesn't hold back.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What?
Routed us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
Clyde offered me a hand when nobody else would. I'd say I owe him a good turn.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token. Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything and never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with? Let's hear it. A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight. Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time. Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
That was simultaneously the least scientific and most pompous statement I've heard in ages. Well done, Mr. Harlow.
A vicar. I admit, I never imagined a man of the cloth living the adventurer's life. You do keep some interesting company. Was there anything else? The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay. Something on your mind?
Oh, maybe I'm not too sure about it. Doesn't go years and he's asking you to kill someone already? It's like, gee whiz.
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something? I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him. You think he's using me? He wouldn't. Would he? That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. I guess he thinks I'm still just some wide-eyed tenderfoot looking for a scrap. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
What about him?
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Okay.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Well, that actually sucks.
Destination reached, the Groundbreaker.
Yep. It's Masha's choice. But I'm learning this song. Bloody oath.
This is Halcyon Noon. We interrupt your regular...
You mind? Trying to have a moment here. Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something? Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account. Yeah, well, you got reason to mistrust Harlow. He's a surly git, but he's devious. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
So Clyde sent Trask the same message he sent me. What's the problem?
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to. Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
That went... Yeah, I was just like, gee, mate. Do you want to threaten someone who is just a complete stranger? It's just like, I have no information. Why don't I go and threaten them, you know? Lie and intimidate. I mean, sure, it's XP, but I'm just like... It just didn't feel necessary to intimidate. Or any of that.
Crew report. Nyoka is drunk. Surprise.
Yeah, no surprise there, and I don't really care.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Oh, we're back.
Got my sights on you.
He hasn't changed.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
Way over there. So we're chickens here?
Everyone all right? Watch out, Captain! Don't mess with us!
Okay.
We still going after Trask, boss? Yeah, boss?
What's going on here?
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Right. You just stumbled into a camp full of armed strangers because you wanted directions. How much is Harlow paying you? Let's assume I believe you. Tell me what you want. How do I know that I can trust you? You've got good instincts, then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task. I squandered my chance. If I were a more patient man, I might have confronted Harlow, evidence in hand. But I got in his face, and we came to blows. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me. Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Oh, God.
Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
What do you reckon,
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. I don't know what to think. Between you and Clyde, I'm starting to think everybody's on the board's payroll. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame. I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. But we owe it to ourselves to find out. Trask said he stashed the evidence in a vent back at the base. We should go take a look.
We won't. Because we're not just some hired hit crew. We actually do have a conscience here. I know some of my brothers wouldn't want...
Would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Wouldn't want violence. Besides, it feels like if you don't choose violence, there's more story, more lore. But I still wish that if you're choosing a more reasonable outcome, that you still get XP from it. And he's just like, well, you can intimidate and do all those kind of things, but it may cause time for your quests or your dialogue, perhaps. Don't know. But yeah. Anyway, well, let's see. What the heck? Something feels very fishy. No, is it in here?
We need to have a word with Clyde. Looks like Trask was telling the truth. It's all there. Receipts for services rendered, payments, records, ship manifests. Clyde was a pirate for hire, and the board was paying him off. In typical board fashion, they left a trail of receipts behind. Ain't that just ironic?
Trying to make a living, yeah, but of killing people?
Yeah, you and me both. Clyde owes us some answers. Something about this don't add up. And I mean to find out why.
No, we will.
What's the word?
No, we're gonna go with that.
Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life. That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for. Listen to me, Felix. Don't go jumping to conclusions. This isn't what it looks like.
Yeah, because it looks like you've been taking money from the board. It looks like you sold out, Clyde.
Oh, come on, Felix. We've all taken money from the board. They run this colony. I can't pay my soldiers in ideological purity. If I have to take the board's money to buy my guns, outfit my troops, and prepare my revolution, then I'll do it.
Oh, gee.
Captain, I hope Trask hasn't tricked you into believing his ridiculous accusations. If you're willing to overlook this unpleasantness, I'm willing to take Felix into my crew.
I don't know about this, boss. You've been real good to me. I'm not too keen on jumping ship. Yeah. Okay. I had a good time, you know. Saw the system, got in a couple scrapes. Which is why I'm staying. You were good to me, Clyde, once upon a day. But you disappeared on me, and I've moved on.
Are you sure about this, Felix? I'm not giving you a second chance. Turn me down now, and you're not getting back in my crew.
You can keep your crew. I've got a family.
I suppose there's nothing more left to be said. Goodbye, Captain. I doubt we'll cross orbits again.
Boss, when we get back to the ship, I'd like a word with you.
Yep. Bit of a look interesting, bit of a nothing quest.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk. Listen, boss. I owe you an apology. I got stupid. Clyde wanted me on his crew, and I jumped at the shot. You took a chance with me back on the Groundbreaker. I should have shown you a little more loyalty. Nah, Clyde wasn't important. Knowing you can count on me, that's important. There was something else on my mind, honestly. I've been trying to make sense of all this business with Clyde and Trask. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. I just hope I never turn out like that. Selling my soul for a fistful of bits. Thanks for the vote of confidence, boss. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. I'm glad I didn't go back to Harlow. I've got all the family I need right here on our ship. Thanks for your time, boss.
Oh, good. Cool. What's the thing? Do more damage. No, I always like companions in your party. Sure, we'll do that. Okay, journal. Let's do a faction quest.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if we'll find any grisly experiments in here.
I think so.
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized. Attempting to disengage security protocols without proper authorization is a fireable offense. Priming weapons.
You don't want to shoot us. We're from the board. Real distinguished corporate jackasses we are. Yeah.
Mediocre verbal evasion detected. Threat level downgraded to negligible. Weapons disengaged.
Been picking up some tricks from you, boss.
Be advised. Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purple berry. Please use caution. Mantisaur wounds are not covered under Rizzo's health policy. Have a productive day.
Hey Meridium, how's it going? Yeah, it's treating me well. It's been many hours, and I think I'm up to, I don't know, 20 hours or something, probably more. I'm just doing everything, but yeah, not sure where this is going to end up. Yeah, and I've been uploading my other things on YouTube too. I didn't upload the last stream, I still have to do that as well. But yeah, it's a good game, but probably just too much for overkill. Oh shit, what the hell was that? Okay. This leads back into here. No idea where I'm going. 24. But I don't think I can. So I put the difficulty as an enjoyable experience, but I think like at the start it was hard, but now like, yeah, it's becoming, well, no, it's on normal. Okay. It just feels like it's becoming too easy. Oh, got some monsters to kill. Excellent. Look in here. I've got way too much stuff. And look at that. I've got like 2,500 ammo. So I'm having to show us a lot of shit. And what?
Watch out. Someone's booby-trapped the place.
Yeah, telling me. Come on. Can't. But to be honest, wow, guys are pretty powerful in this. What? Okay.
Well done. Still alive.
Oh, it must have killed the second guy. Huh. Yeah, well, I don't know, perhaps I should increase the difficulty for now, because it feels like I'm just having an absolute blast through this. I'm enjoying the lore, but sometimes just like, I wish it was a tad harder, so let's make this a tad harder and just see how we go. Was it all I looted in here? Was there anything more? I'm trying to loot anything as much as I possibly can. But yeah, I've got way too much money at the moment. Oh. Oh, looks like I have to turn those off. Or do I have to sneak through them? No, you sneak through them. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Woo. No. Oh. Just have to wait for these gas sticks. I was like, why is that pushing me? Okay. You can't really hear the gas leaks when they go off. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, come on. That was pretty lame. What is going on here?
That had to hurt.
Enemy killed. I can change scent filters. That do anything? No. Blueberry. Okay. Well, that certainly kills something. Oh, I need 100. Gee. Some of these you have to get 100 lock. I'm not far off it. I know I put some to other things, but that is just so annoying. Some things you just can't 100% until way later. But I'll probably forget about this place, you know, when I come back here in 3 hours' time. Feather would alert some monsters. Well, where is he? Okay. No monsters. That was really odd. Oh, that's why I invented to kill these monsters. That's what happened. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, there you go. They just died as they walked in the room. Gee, this place is massive. Ugh. And I'm gonna get very lost in this place. Yeah, loot.
You'll have to show me how to do that.
Mm-hmm. What was... This looks like this was a science experiment place of some sort. Not gonna read everything, I just kind of just skim read this as I go through. Oh yeah, so about the board, it's always about the board. You've played this game, haven't you?
You gotta show me how you did that.
So I guess I want to finish it because of the yeah, the second game that they've announced to be released. So I'm just like, so I did partly start this on my other PC until I bought this one.
Proper fight going up against this thing. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm glad I found that place to kill them all. But where is it? Where am I going in this? A card. Gee, where in the Okay. No, I really don't know where I am. Where the hell am I? Map. Yeah, I know I'm here, but I'm like in a different area. Okay. Haven't I been here before? Okay, we'll go back in because there were some areas that I hadn't explored, I think. But too bad I can't put a marker saying come back to this place later. And was there another place that I hadn't explored in here? Ugh. That doesn't look nice. No, we had explored everything. I don't know, I'm just going nuts, man. There wasn't a place to search. Oh, here you go.
That should do it. Just gotta siphon off the Alta Vitae.
Okay, then I go to the other terminal. Where was it? Is it here? Oh, bloody oath. Isn't there another terminal here somewhere? About the gas? Yeah, I think. Okay, I can't remember. Maybe it was up here.
This is the part where I take over, Captain. Do not fret. I've been cracking systems like these for years. I do so love when you jest with me. I will take that as an intended distraction from the stress of all that could go terribly and excruciatingly wrong should I fail.
Okay.
Aha! Got it. Easy as mock apple pie. I most humbly concur. Not too shabby indeed.
Okay. So then what did that do? Okay, so let's get off this rock. A lot of loading, well, it's quick loading, but you have to load to one place to go to another place
Some crew
and another
members are
place.
causing a disturbance on the ship.
Oh, it's saying that my weapons are bad. Oh, it's not that bad. Watched much of the cricket yesterday.
Destination reached.
I was there.
Groundbreaker.
Pretty good ending. I was not expecting it in the last session for us to win. That was pretty awesome. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I better turn on this fan. Give me a moment. That's better. Go to repair shop and get this repaired. Buy those. There's always a need of those. Fucking.
Rizzo,
Okay, so it's this faction's quest.
Have you tried our dehydrated water tablets? Just add air. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Make a choice. Spacer's choice. Have a look.
Repair. That's fine with me.
Sandy Wordsworth. It's not the worst.
See what they say. I remember this quest. Got so many. It's been so long I forget.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
I can get 100 persuade. I don't know that.
You know what? Fuck it. Enjoy yourself. I invest in the happiness of my workers, and you deserve a bigger cut. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order, but at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots. All right, cut the pig shit. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
We're gonna take over a whole space station? This is gonna be great. Oh, do we get to stick a flag in the ground?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Okay, that didn't go anywhere. This is the balcony. So I just said something funny, and they're just like, yep, we don't like you. So you just did something not nice, they're like, screw you. 2%. Well, the deserters really don't like me. Gee, I can't remember who these people are, and I didn't even know. Oh, that's who they are. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't understand that you can have like 100% good reputation and then like bad reputation at the same time. It's either that you're like 90% good and 10% bad. You can't be 100% good yet 10% bad. That doesn't make any sense.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Oh yeah, we're doing that quest. Sweet. Make sure you're not followed. Well, I don't know how to not be followed in this game. It's a mechanic? Oh, I haven't learned this.
Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Do you have anything more to say about it?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's have a look. Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is the place. We'll need the power generators back on to finish this job. Quietly now.
People were killed here. That's odd. He was sniping someone? So you can't get through anymore without the power not being turned on. Okay. But I just want to pre-explore this area. Interesting. Critical issues. this place is 1,000 years old.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of Boris. But I'm in a sporting mood. Adjutant Conde? Apologies for wasting your time, Captain. I'll order my squad to stand down at once. Whatever business Mrs. Conde has at the station, I hope to see it in your report one day. Safe travels.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice going, boss. You got a real fine way with words.
Cool, so I can get into restricted areas then? So they're not meant to be attacking me? Okay. Well, let's go search more of this area and just find out what exactly they're wanting this area for. 'Cause now they've got me really curious. Oh yeah. ID card. Shotgun. No, well, that's the same place. I just didn't go around that way. Okay. So I still want to explore this area. I'll have to see Coach Lady and just see if I can lie to her that no one followed me. Okay, so where am I going? This way, I assume.
Keep a sharp eye out, Captain. One wrong step could incapacitate or kill.
It's good to know. Security routines. Disengage. assume I'm not going to find anyone in here. Nope. Okay, just no living quarters.
Science in action is both a marvelous and terrifying thing to behold. In this case, however, I'd say it's more the latter.
Yeah, well, if I don't have to shoot the machines, I'm not going to have to shoot the machines. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, God, that sucks. Oh, damn it. Requires the board. Oh, cool. Something more fancy in here. Okay. There's something else.
Sublight will be well pleased that you'll claim the station for them. Myself, I'll be fine leaving this place. Chartrand. Sounds awfully familiar. That was the scientist from Cascadia, right?
Yeah, probably.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Well, let's see what they say.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker. Please avoid damaging yourself.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Yeah, boss?
I just wish that that when you're on a quest and that you're with them, that after it happens, it opens up more dialogue. I reckon that would have been a nice addition. Because they're very, I mean, no characters are just, you know, on their own lines. You know, they're very linear, but it'd be nice that once you do a quest, it's not theirs, but because they were with you, it opens up with dialogue to ask some questions about it. Because even I'm just like, what do I do here? It'd be nice to have some talk, but anyway. See what she says.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
Don't I get my reputation now? Intimidate! Oh, God.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Hmm?
How does an executive level promotion sound? You can give yourself a raise. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Hmm.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. No, they were hiding something the colony isn't ready to know. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? You call that an open mind? All right, here goes. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Do you have proof?
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial millstone. This is reality.
Well, she's not gonna like that, but... oh, gee, she is getting annoying. Oh.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking
Give
you
me
to
proof.
believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
Yeah, I think so
Man,
too.
Serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Fucking hell.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside. Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced.
Oh, good, she's
This is an
insane.
invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch. No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
That is the stupidest thing I...
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Conspiracy. Oh, gee.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab. We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Well, of course, I'm just going to put it all into lockpicking because I hate when I can't go into places. What do they say? That's a long 15 minutes. Oh my god, that's long. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. And do the same thing for Vicar. Or actually, companion damage. Yep, cool. So, do you think she's insane?
Marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
So, I mean, he said it's insane, yet after the quest is initiated, I can't like, I wish it was direct to open up saying, gee, she's completely bonkers.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing it. We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say. Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. Maybe ask him what he prefers. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname without him giving you the okay first, you know? Of course, that don't stop Felix.
Oh, don't tell me did it to me again. Gee. I wish that it wouldn't do this to me.
So then I told him, oh,
Right back. I'm just gonna grab a drink.
we are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
No magazines, no posters, not a Rizzo's in sight. What a pile. Smells like the med base, only wealthier.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking. Hagen. I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen. To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you. I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen. This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker. What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks. Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage. We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
Wrong. We got eyewitness reports. I'd show you myself, but I left my copy of Thrilling Tales back in my bunk.
This isn't some adventure tale from a magazine. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
I can certainly understand why.
Board cover-ups? Vessels disappearing into the aether? Sounds like the work of aliens to me.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
I don't understand a word she said, but I don't like her tone one bit.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
It may not be pretty, but we risk the colony's downfall if we hinder the doctor's research.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
You know how I feel, boss. If you're a cog in the corporate apparatus, your face is pretty much fair game. That's my motto.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? What kind of scientist would I be if I held to a promise like that? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine.
Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. Wrong answer. Incoming.
Processing data. Investigating.
Heads up!
Impressive place Dr. Chartrand has.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? Hagen. To keep... This is... What? Small consolation.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your... I'm... The food we... I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find... There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human... I'm desperate. You came... You won't regret this. I'm still far from the breakthrough I need, but you're at least giving me a chance. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. Damn, that's a real good one. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her, tidying up and such.
Do we really need all the security?
report. Nyoka is drunk. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Stay safe out there.
Ringo's Purpleberry Fudge. A salt sour candy song about sweet
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? Seeing as you're the first one to complain about my paranoia, have you ever considered that you might be the problem? Out of my office. We're done.
The thanks we get for showing a little integrity.
What a surprise. Seems we're no longer wanted here.